I wish to invite again the acting Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Lady Justice Philomena Mwilu, to consider very urgently posting a judge to the Employment and Labor Relations Court in Kericho, which has not had a judge for more than 1 year, about 2 years now. The truth of the matter is that we have several cases that have been piling. We have cases that have been filed. We have cases that have stalled as a result of the transfer of Njagi Marete about 2 years ago to Eldoret without a replacement. This is abrogation of the right to access to justice by the people of Kenya who have filed cases in the Employment and Labor Relations Court. At the same time, we wish to remind the President of the Republic of Kenya that he has a constitutional duty to swear in 40 judges who are recommended by the Judicial Service Commission, the bulk of whom are supposed to serve in the Employment and Labor Relations Court in various courts in this country. The reason why we have this kind of shortage and the reason why the judiciary may not have been able to post a judge to Kericho is because the President, for more than a year now, has refused to swear in 40 judges. There were initially 41. Sadly, one judge has since gone to be with the Lord. This is very sad when you consider that for more than 2 years, we've had about 20,000 cases that have stalled at Kericho Law Courts. More cases continue to be filed. There is a registry for the Employment and Labor Relations Court, and there is absolutely no justification. There is no justification why the Chief Justice transferred Njagi Marete, judge from Kericho, to another court station without a suitable replacement or without any replacement at all. Things are made worse by the fact that the Environment and Land Court in Kericho has now not sat for more than a month. There'd be no official communication to the court users. There'd be no communication as to why, despite the transfer of Justice Kanyaru barely 1 year after he reported, why another judge has not reported in the station. Of course, we are fragile as human beings, even as judges, but there should be sufficient communication as to why there is no judge sitting in the Environment and Land Court. This is very sad considering the fact that the Employment and Labor Relations Court, like the Environment and Land Court in Kericho, serves cases that emanate from Bomet County, which has a population of about 2 million people, Kericho County, which has a population of about 3 million people. So a population of about 5 million people have been denied access to justice in the Employment and Labor Relations Court for about 2 years now, the Environment and Land Court for more than a month now. We are talking of about 21,000 cases that have stalled as a result of these disturbance, as a result of this absence of a judge of the Environment and Land Court, as well as a judge of the Employment and Labor Relations Court. And this should not be happening in this country, in this age and era, if the President of the Republic of Kenya had sworn in 41 judges who were recommended by the Judicial Service Commission way back in the year 2019. And that is why, again, even as the President fights for Building Bridges Initiative and adoption of the Building Bridges Initiative bill, which is now before the IEBC, it's important to remind him that before you move to implement a constitution on your own, before you volunteer to implement the constitution without any prompting by the majority of Kenyans, you must demonstrate at least some scant respect for the existing constitution that you want to amend, for the constitution that you seek to review, for the constitution that you think should usher us to another constitutional moment. And if this is not done, that is posting of judges immediately by the acting Chief Justice, Lady Justice Philomena Mwilu, then I think as advocates, as court users in Kericho and across the Republic of Kenya, we are going to take drastic action to ensure that access to justice, which is now a constitutional right under the Bill of Rights in Kenya, is realized, and not just realized, but is realized immediately. If this situation is not addressed immediately, we are going to sue the head of state for violation of the right to access to justice and demand, as we've done before, that he be declared as being a person who absconds duty, as a person who has abdicated his duties under the Constitution. And when we get such declaration, we will be forced to move Parliament to consider the proceedings under Article 140 or 145 of the Constitution of Kenya, which talks about impeachment of the President. Similarly, we are going to file an application for an order of mandamus for the court to compel Lady Justice Philomena Mwilu to post Employment and Labor Relation Court judge in Kericho, as well as to ensure that there is a judge sitting in the Environment and Land Court.